You gotta tell me.
No, you, I will talk to you. I'm on the live now.
You gotta tell me like somebody was in jail.
I will ask you questions, right? I will ask you a question, but I cannot say nothing about your story.
You want to ask me.
I will ask you. I will ask you. Only I want good evening, everybody. I want no children inside of here, just me and you alone. I want everybody on the live to share this live stream story right now. Everybody that joined the live, share this story. Good evening, a blessed Sunday evening to you all. If you all have young sons, I want you to get your sons and let them sit down next to you. And if they're not wrong to hear this story, I want you to save this story to share with your sons so that they will see how life is in somebody else's shoes. Now, I have never did this before with any of my sisters or brothers. I did a story once on my niece who was damaged by doctors in the hospital. Many years ago, I did that story where it left her paralyzed. And up till now, she never get the help and the justice from what they did to her. Now, this story is a very tender story. It's a very tender story. This evening, I was visited by my brother, my bigger brother. I was sleeping. My bigger brother came. He called me out and I didn't get up. I now get up and I listening to my brother and his distress. It have been every time he come, he share painful stories about things that happening to him and that happened to him already. Nobody family is perfect. We all have family problems. Some people decide to hide their problems. Some people decide to talk their problems. But this story, I want you to listen to this story. This is my blood brother. This is my brother by mother and father. This is my blood. This ain't no stranger. This is my blood sitting down by me here right now. Right? And this is my brother. He has some stories he want to say. He want to speak. He want to share. He have been living with it for many years. And it's breaking him down mentally and physically. It is affecting him. Right? As I said, nobody is perfect. So I want all of you to share this story. Share it. Share it. We want the government of this country to hear this story. Right? All them attorneys, all them lawyers and judge and magistrate and juries. We want all of you to sit down and listen to this story. Now, my brother does talk ghetto because it's ghetto with us. We grew up. We grew up in the ghetto. So we words might be a little harsh, but that is he being he. Kenny Walker, boy here. Your Muslim friend from Rock City, his wife in New York, look she on the live. You know she's an officer in New York, right? Look she on the live. She always asking for you. Kenny Walker, good night to you. So boy is here. And for the first time, boy who is Kent Isaac, right, is going to give his story. Many people know him as Kent Isaac. Many people know him as Valentine. Many people know him as Boy. We know him as Boy. So people, this is my brother here. I'm going to turn around the camera and you're going to see my brother. Come a little closer to here. This is my blood brother. This is my mother's son, my father's son. This is my blood brother. Now, I might cry, he might cry, but that is life. I have never thought I would have been telling my brother's story. He came this evening and he started to cry. He said he called on Ian Allen. Or the tag Mr. Ian Allen. He's calling on Mr. Ian Allen, Mr. Alexander, someone in authority to please hear him out today. As I said, nobody not perfect. But at the end of the day, we are who we are. Right? And not everybody will understand who we are and why we like this. But let me hear some things about him. Good night.
Good night.
What is your name?
Kent Isaac.
Now, you is my brother. I is your sister. I know your story. These people don't know your story. We have over 400 people watching you right now. So I want them to know who you are, why you're here, and what is happening to you. So give me from the starting. What happened to you?
In 2004 or 3 years old before kidnapping, me, Kent Isaac, Earl Lewis, and Joseph Williams with the kidnapping, we spend with the witness, didn't point you out. We didn't get no justice by the police, nothing. We end up getting charged.
Just now, they're not hearing you. Come closer.
We end up getting charged.
Just now, we want to make sure they're hearing. Are you all hearing me? Hold on, because remember, this is a serious matter. Right? This is a serious matter. So we want to make sure, right? Just say speak up. Let me come closer. Hold on. Come closer, boy. Right. Tell me for the hearing me now. Tell me for the hearing me. Are they hearing me now? You see, the live went up fast. Darcel, good evening. I am hearing. Tell me for the hearing me now. As all they start to hear me, let me know. Are they hearing me now? Just now, boy, yeah? We want to make sure they're hearing. Right? One people say they're hearing. Right? 2 people say they're hearing. Are you hearing me now? Come on. 3 people say they're hearing. Yes, we are hearing. Yes. Right. So start over by telling us in 2022 you was arrested for kidnapping. Right.
I get hold for kidnapping in 2022. Me, Kent Isaac, Earl Lewis, Julian Williams. When we get hold for the kidnapping, I was home in my house and my bed in Erica Street, upper Erica Street, Lavantil, with my children. The police come a morning early, knock on the door. A girl come out and she asked them, who are you looking for? They said, they call her name. She said, well, nobody here. The police said, yes, it's somebody right here. When they went, she wake up she mother to get the keys to open the door for them police to come and pick me up. When the case started, the police say, hold me in an abandoned house with all the thief goods on them, with my friend and them.
All right, hold on. So we're doing one step at a time. In 2002, you said that you was arrested for kidnapping. Police came in Rock City, Laventille, where you're born and grew in your house, and they knock on your door, your female companion open your door, and they come and they arrest you.
Yeah.
They say that they arrest you with items, right? In an abandoned house, which was not true.
Yeah.
They did not hold you with nothing in no house in Rock City. And they didn't arrest you in no abandoned house. Right. So you end up going to court or to jail. Where you went after that?
We get charged for rape, kidnapping, and robbery.
Just now. Hold on. Just now. Watch me. Just now, Hold on. Let me start over. I want to know for the hearing. This is a very serious matter. Right? I want to know for the hearing him. If I want to start over, I will start over. Raise your hand if you're hearing him, because this story is a very dangerous story. I want to know for the hearing him. Raise your hand if you're hearing him. It took me years before I could do this story. We hearing. Good. Yes, we hearing. Nice. So my brother is saying in 2002, he was arrested in Upper Erica Street, Rock City, in his home where he born and he grew. Police came and arrested him. The police carried him to court and they say they hold him in an abandoned house with all sorts of different things. Right. Then you say the charge only for rape. Talk.
The charge is for rape, kidnapping, and robbery.
Rape, kidnapping, and robbery. Right?
In a REMA.
In a REMA court.
And in tongue, the charge is for kidnapping, robbery, that's never vehicle, and such things and all kind of case they give you.
So you get case in a REMA and you get case in Port of Spain. Right.
The first hearing, she said it, a REMA. When we reach a REMA, we didn't see no witness, we didn't see no the person we robbed, and we didn't see the police who say the charge we up here.
Nobody was there.
For 6 years, nobody wasn't there.
So 6 years you went to court
and
no eyewitness, no rape victim, no police.
Nobody.
So 6 years you spent in jail.
They dismissed that.
They dismissed that case.
The next case in town with the robbery, the kidnapping, and such something, it went next exercises.
Right.
When it reached next exercises, well, you don't know where that's going exercises. You have to get bail, you have to come out. I sell my little house in Lavanti to get bail.
No, this is my brother, but speaking to him like a stranger for now. That is your mother house, your mother and your father house in Erica Street, Rock City. That your mother and your father left for your sisters and brothers. You had was to sell that house to get bail. So you sell the house to get bail, right?
When we come out, the case, they live in a beach exercising. Time for the case to start.
Who is the we again? Who is the people that was charged with you?
Earl Lewis, Joseph Williams, and Ken Tyson.
That is you, right?
Boom. I wasn't going to court for a while now. I tell them it wasn't me. They come and hold man a bench warrant. I started to go to court back on the bench warrant. When I reach up in jail for the bench warrant, it take me 2 years before the marshal had to come for me. Like the court couldn't carry me. Maria couldn't carry me just so it's a marshal had to carry me. Take me 2 years sit down in jail.
For 2 years?
My son, and I had a son, a daughter, and a next son.
Call your children name?
Was Leroy Isaac, Hannah Isaac, and Isaiah Isaac.
Where is your children right now?
One passed away.
How he passed away?
When I was in jail.
Say how he passed away, boy.
He passed away wise. I just didn't want to let him go. And he was just playing my games and games and games and games. And so I continued cussing Sinker Douglas. And I tell him I have a family out there and you didn't tell him.
You had a wife and children outside in the heart of Lavanti.
Everything out there.
While the war was going on with Rasta and Muslim. Talk to them. Let them know what happening. Right? It was a Muslim and Rasta war and your children was in Lavanti. Right. Go ahead.
When we get the case, we started to go high court. The law, and that lawyer called Miss Romeo. Miss Romeo play games for 7 years. I'm illiterate, I can't read and write, so they go play with that game.
When you say you're illiterate, you cannot read and write. Before, when you was in jail, if you saw your name on a billboard, you don't know your name.
Yes,
you could not read your name, you couldn't write your name, you couldn't pronounce your name, you don't know what is that K, what K stand for, nothing. So people, Kent Isaac, which is my brother, is saying, which is truth, because I am a sister. Kent Isaac could not have read, cannot have read, didn't know how to write, didn't know if his name was on a billboard, write up big and bold, did not know his name. Right? So he was arrested and he couldn't read and write. Talk now.
When I was in jail, and jailers used to laugh and get a Jones on me. And say, but in time, how you never read a book or papers, you don't see it now. I say, well, I can't read. And jailers start to laugh. And then I told him, say, boy, you can open an altar class in jail. You have a little money out there. And that was my idea to open an altar class to win my case to come to prove to the world I can't read.
Right.
That was my only hope. So I see the commissioner and the police and Tonky and me and them sit down and talk. And I said, I'd like to open an altar class in jail. They asked me why. I said, well, because the altar class will help me.
Help you read and write.
And they start to laugh. They said, well, but Isaac, you're a big and back man. Oh, you in the jail, no, you can't read. I said, well, the world don't know I can't read. So the world, if the man can come out of jail, learn to read and write, still win my case, show the world how good he can do in jail and how bad he can come out of jail. He can come out of jail anyhow.
Right.
But I still come out good.
You learn to read and write. You build a class in the jail.
I open a class in jail.
You a dunce head, a illiterate head who couldn't read and write. You open a class in jail.
I open that, nobody can say that. The officers
and they laugh at you, the commissioner laugh at you, Tonkies laugh at you, prisoners laugh at you, and you open a class while you was in jail, right?
Mock me, say I can't read and write. That was no problem, but I still was strong. I opened the altar class, I went to school, I learned. When time for the case to start, it was no problem. I had my school books, see where I start from. Plus the teacher in jail, officer, he was one of my main teachers, so he was summoned to come in court to make sure to see how I went in class, to see if I didn't know about letters and things. I didn't know about letters. Is it cheaper on the commission? And them say, well, put him in the Iron Yard, in the Grove, and he went Sesame Street. And they started telling me about Sesame Street. About my memories.
Right.
My life was real hard. I grew up real hard.
They know that. I told them we grew up hard.
So I had to go and give back my memories where I lost some of lifehood, schoolhood. I didn't have no schoolhood. So that's why I had to get back before I started the case. Is to go back
So
to
who
school.
taught the class? The donkey, the teacher?
The officer.
The officer teach
the class.
right, nicely. But you build the group together.
I spend my money
and
to
create
buy sharpener, school books, and I started to get it 6 o'clock in the night. The officers them couldn't bring it the same time, so we had to get it. After when errand done, we will collect with school books, with sharpener, with everything, my money by that.
You sponsored it
jail
to learn to read and write. All who couldn't read and write.
From altar class to first aid, second, all the A's, all the big students, everybody, I opened the biggest altar class in jail.
Right.
That was to save myself and everybody in jail life.
Who couldn't read and write.
Some choose, some didn't choose.
Right.
I continue going. I went in 2000.
Share the life.
In 2009 or 10. 2000. When you come out, boy?
I think you come out in 2000 and when you came by me, it was
2020.
my house had done burn already, boy. 2007,
2018.
Right.
2018, I got a chance to get a child in my case. After I cuss a judge, Cynthia Douglas, many times, he was treating me like a criminal.
Why he treat you like a criminal? Tell them why.
He said I gold teeth in my mouth, and the village where I come from, I'm a criminal.
So because you had gold teeth in your mouth, and you came from Rock City, Laventy, that magistrate watch you and tell you he is a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Right.
So he started to give me 6 months on a building offense. I'm not a murder man. A murder man entitled to get 6 months.
He was giving you 6 months.
6 months like a murder man.
To come back to court again.
Right. So when I catch myself, I said, well, because I literally agreement.
What jail you was in, somebody asked?
I was in MSP.
Right.
He gave me 6 months. So I bought man and more, and I said, sir, I have family already.
Sure, nowadays.
I beg you to save my son's life. And when he play my games.
Did you save your son's life?
No.
How did he dead?
I gunshot.
Which part?
I don't know. They wake up in the morning.
Well, let me tell you where your son died.
I don't know.
Your son died behind Success Laventy School. Your son died behind Success Laventy School. He was shot 8 times in his head and in his mouth. He was left on the road behind Success Laventy School. He was shot because he was between Muslim and Rasta City zone. No one didn't want to tell you that your son was murdered because he was in jail and they said they were saying you're mad. So your son was killed in Laventy. He didn't have no father figure guidance. His mother was the only person struggling while you was in jail. That's how your son did. Do you know where your son buried?
No.
Your son was buried in Tunapuna under a tree. He was buried under the Muslim faith because he chose Muslim faith when you was not there. He was buried comfortable, wrapped in white, sitting down, relaxed. There where your son was buried in Tunapuna. So your son was murdered while you was in jail. There wasn't there to guide him. Continue.
So, why is I continue asking him in the court, saying, Mr. Cynthia Douglas, I have a son. My son will come a gunman. My daughter will come a home. My next son will come a gunman. I am being no offense. My charges them win this and go on. I try my best to save my son life. He used to play games with me, laugh in the court and make the big joke. He's illiterate. He's from Lavante. I'm a gangster. So the whole court used to laugh. I never had anything of that.
The laugh, not in any court, in front of people and things.
So I know I believe in God. So I never really studied that. I know I was strong and one day I go come home. So I'm on I get up. He said, Kent Isaac. Yeah. He said, we opening here. Later on about 9 o'clock, everybody watching me. I'm answerable in time it's Sunday, you know. I said, why is Sunday? I don't going to tell me that. Everybody free to tell you.
Nobody didn't tell you nothing here.
I said, after 9, I don't know tell me, but Sunday that since 6 o'clock, they find anybody down in Lavante. And 9 o'clock, they tell me my son dead in jail. I didn't know I didn't warm up already to go in the cell block. You know how
Did you ask to go and see your son buried?
Yeah.
And what they tell you?
The judge said I'm a criminal.
You can't let you go to go and see your son buried.
I can't go because we were born and grow.
So they say you can't let you go to go and see your son buried. And you wasn't charged for nothing as yet. You was just going to court.
I was just going to court. I had no conviction. I had no criminal.
Do you have any conviction right now?
No.
Do you have any pending case?
None,
Do you have any criminal record?
None.
So while you're in jail, can you give me some of the stories? Some of the things that happened to you while in jail?
Well, while I was in jail, going to court, I'm morning, I come out to play football, just so, 5 donkey, Ask who is bullying times. I say me. He said the chief wanna see me and handcuff me. And why is they was going me the kind in a room? 5 of them beat me up for nothing. Me know them from nowhere.
5 donkey beat you up for
Officers
nothing.
And
Were you given trouble in prison?
No, I have no record in prison.
You never break no laws?
No laws. No laws, no laws, no laws. No commissioner, no chief can say I ever break laws. Or no big officer. None.
But 5 of them take you.
5 officers.
Then ask who is bullying time.
And I was
You raise your hand.
I was on the football field and I say, I is bullying time. So I
They
say
take you. Right.
So they say, the chief volunteer, so I say it's visit. So I go with them handcuffed. They carry me in a room.
And beat you.
And 5 donkey beat me. Just for no reason.
How long you spent in prison?
16 years.
16 years. Now, when you're in prison 16 years, all these things happen to you. You lost a child, they beat you, you lost teeth, all these things.
I lost our lungs.
You lost our lungs.
I get stabbed in that gang while I wasn't fighting.
You get stabbed stabbed while a gang war was going on, right?
3 stab, one in my heart.
You have any side? You have any cuts to see to show that?
No.
Right.
We have papers. We went Mount up and I was in a coma.
You was in a coma, right?
I get poisoned in jail.
Right.
2 donkeys they stress my life in MSP.
Right.
Plenty. He used to tell me, boy, your son gone dead and you go dead and all kind of.
Them telling your son done dead and you go dead.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. These 16 years you spent in prison, why now you're speaking about it? Tell them why now you're speaking about it. Now make the people to understand that you win your case and how you win your case. Tell them.
When time to start the case, that is to get rid of St. Douglas. How we didn't make me go and see my son Barry and how I used to cuss him. Like, lifetimers used to tell me, I used to ask lifetimers in jail, what you could do to make a judge still leave so you could get freedom to save a child's life. He said, turn your back, cuss him, disrespect him. So I used to disrespect him, a judge. I'm supposed to do that.
You used to cut the judge just for him to leave you and get a next judge.
Get a next judge. I know that was wrong. And because
you want a next judge because you say you'll treat you.
Still I fear for my life because it's a judge I cuss. So I was still walking still in there today and I was always be frightened. Now you ain't supposed to cuss that judge.
Right.
So I cuss the judge until he leave.
And our next judge take your case.
So our next judge take my case. Whilst I was going to school, when I started going to school, the case come and start.
Right.
When I reach, she says, my name is so, and I is the new judge here, who they represent to face you, Mr. Isaac, because you're cussing St. Douglas. What is the problem? I said, that judge bias. That judge make people in Fort Court laugh at me, like if I is this criminal.
Call your names.
Dead, and all kind of thing, and clone me like as a big man, the grandchildren clone me. So I thank God I leave from that court and I come here. She said, well, how old the case is? I said 16 years. When they sent for the file, the case was 16 years.
16 years I spent in prison?
Yes. She opened it up, she said, Isaac, but how you get charged for in a rima for rape, kidnapping, and they never see the police? I said, that's the problem.
You never see a police officer?
I said, ma'am, this is the problem the state don't look at. How I make all these innocent in jail and nothing be done. I charge for rape, we never rape nobody, ma'am.
Nobody never come and say you rape them?
I never charge for I never even see the man. I never see the police who are charged for to charge me in a rima.
So police charge you and you never see who charge you? People say rape people and nobody never come to say they rape nobody. So you was just in prison for all these charges. Sitting down for 16 years.
For the state to come and to jail me innocent.
So, go ahead.
When the case start now, they say I give a statement.
What type of statement do you give? That's what I want to say.
A statement. What give amongst myself to lock up myself.
Written statement.
A written statement.
So Trinidad and Tobago, tag Ian Allen, tag Alexander, tag the commissioner, the attorney general. They tell Kent Isaac, the attorney, the magistrate say, the magistrate at that time tell Kent Isaac that the police and them say that he gave a written statement. A written statement. Before he was in jail, before he went and learned ABC from on Sesame Street, they say he gave a written statement, ain't it?
Yeah.
Did you give a written statement?
No.
Can you write at that time?
Never. So
which station said you gave a written statement?
It was Besser Street was in. And then they carry by some of that station. You know me, when you know it was that station, me no criminal.
Right.
Me criminal, there's no station. I didn't know that most station. So they carry by a station, they carry by next station, they take out the ID parade. When we went in, the man never point you out. That was the main knowledge of the case when the judge showed them in high court. How you can charge somebody and a witness never found them out? And today, it fall back on order today. So when the case started, they said they gave me the statement to read what the police say I give.
And when they had it, what happened?
When they had me the statement, when I can't read, I them words too high for me.
You can't read?
The judge said, Mr. Isaac, you're fooling the court. I said, my man, I'm fooling the court.
And then who came and stand up for you and say you couldn't read?
The summons, my teacher.
Which is the donkey.
And the officer who was in jail teaching me for all the years. They gave him the statement. And he turned around and said, number one, before I say anything here, ma'am, this statement right by 3 officers. State prosecutor John say, objection. That only ruling the judge say, I want to hear about the statement. He said, well, this statement right by 3 persons, you see different handwriting and a teacher. So one man can write all this handwriting statement. And number one, Ken Isaac can read this statement with all this fancy writing that done.
Ian Allen, please.
This year, it didn't say nothing. So, they bypass the statement for the wife, for the policeman to come on the box. Who say, hold me in the house.
Right.
The police say, hold me in the house.
Abandoned house?
Abandoned house. But thief thing. Right? Nobody didn't say nothing. The next police say, he meet me in a room before he didn't show no badge, nothing, but he meet me in a room and I say I want to give a statement. And I would like to give it and read it. How I will give a statement and read it? And I can't read it.
And the next officer?
I get hold my children at the same time.
In front?
I will be studying my children, not the statement.
You had your kids with you when you get arrested?
Right. So how I go study a statement? And I mentioned my children in the statement must have a part of my children, must be in the statement. That's what the law is saying. So if he was talking about his statement with oil and the children was there, he'd have talked about the children too. Boom. When my law teacher watched the statement, she write it. The judge say, continue. She said, Isaac was first in class. He wasn't a bright youth. He's the man who put me out of class. I don't know Isaac from nowhere. And when I hear people laughing at him in jail and think we make him an orderly, we can learn to read and learn to write. And from the make him something we can understand his name and teach him things we can learn. So when the statement come in the officer hand, he watch it. He say, Kent Isaac can't read this. The police say, yes, he read this and read it clearly for me to hear. And I can't read. When it boiled down to the teacher gone and everybody gone, they bring a witness who was in the house with me, turn around and say, she called she mother to get the key to open the door for the police to come in to handcuff Isaac. The state said my witness wasn't a viable witness at the cause, and at that time she didn't summon some kind of thing, so they threw she out. But the judge only wanted to know where I already get hold. And since this case bypassed, I sued the state 9 million. Nothing be done.
How you sued the state 9 million? When you came out, your story reached a newspaper, right? Yes. So it was said that Kent Byron-I Isaac, a illiterate man suing the state. Yes. Your lawyer, don't call your lawyer name. Your lawyer, how long now your lawyer just sitting down with this case?
About 4 years, 4 and something.
What your lawyer keep on telling you?
When I go, he telling me, boy, your case is a kind of funny case. The world don't want to hear about you.
The world don't want to hear about you.
You can mash up the government.
So 16 years, wrongful arrest. You win your case, yes or no?
Win it.
You win your case.
9 jurors come in, not guilty.
9 of them came in.
9 of them didn't come in, nothing that's straight.
Not guilty. So you won your case 4 years ago.
Fought with straight.
Everybody said not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. 9 times. Know how they could have locked you up for nothing. You was wrongfully arrested for 16 years. And 4 years now you're behind a lawyer to get help for you.
And the lawyer say fighting for your life.
That what he tell you?
Yeah. He said that kind of case is not a mention among the states. Like people could come out and condemn and police lie and say that you give the statement. I only buy back and lie. So much of grounds with the case, it frightened for your own life. So I come like I spent 16 years innocent. I lost a son and you know we buried. Lost everything. And I had to wait for the state. If the state didn't come or didn't come, well, I don't know what to do. The most I could do is beg on Ian Allen now.
So you want Ian Allen, you came by me today and you begged me to do this story so Ian Allen will see it. So Ian Allen will call you in to help you.
Ian and I are going through some problem. I come a criminal.
Because they put you down as a criminal.
As a criminal now. I never do a crime, but as a criminal still.
Because they hire down as that.
I was in jail 16 years. The whole jail know me.
As a criminal.
As a criminal. Long as you reach in jail and come out here, he's a criminal. He can be innocent, guilty, anything. He's a criminal.
This is why I want the mothers not to get the young sons to sit down and listen. Have you ever regret not getting your education?
No, I never bet I went to jail. I'm glad I learned my education. I thank the teachers and them who helped me to learn to read and write. And jailers like myself who wasn't selling me to teach me how to read and write. I never really vexed I was in jail. But
what if you change your lawyer?
My lawyer know the problem.
What is the problem then?
The problem I believe is too much jail. Too much nasty thing going in the station. So when they watch a man carry and write a whole statement up here, that thing, that problem, and then the police line and say, yes, the whole man. What the judge was actually watching that. But oh, you mad? Oh, you not come innocent literate here, you can't read.
For 16 years. Do you want justice for that 16 years?
But we don't know. 16 years a nightmare, you know. I lost a lungs in jail, innocent, you know. 5 tongue beat my boss with my eye, I can't see. So how much justice I can get, I don't know who my son is, up to this day. We bury. So much justice I can get. Don't lost justice already. Most I can do now is just get the world to get my burden. Like that people sit down in jail innocent. And just wait to come to me the train. But when they reach home, the train done dead.
And why you say that again? Hey, Jesus! Hear what this man now say. He said that people sit down in jail innocent, waiting to come out to see their children. And when they come out, the children are already dead.
That was the game. When I tell people that, people say, why bullet time? Say the game is to come home. You know how much judge you can cuss? I'll cuss any judge. I'll tell a judge I will kill him. I'll do really evil, kill evil thing just to come home. To save my son life. But the judge didn't know that. He didn't know. The jail wasn't the vulture. The vulture was the streets. And when I tell him that, I say, boy, I want to go and save my son life.
So what you're saying, the streets is more dangerous than inside jail?
Jail better than out jail.
All right. Because in jail, you still have a chance of not...
You have a chance of living. Like
but out here, right now...
Since I come out there, it's only a rat race.
A rat race.
Everybody eat from one another. And that's the problem. The state trying to put me now. And I have a problem with real police too kicking down my door and still coming by me and distress me.
So up to this day, police still...
Up to this day, when I tell them that, I say, if I had to be a criminal, you will never know. I said, well, you can't stop crime. You can stop me from doing crime.
How long now police came by and lock you up? When last they lock you up?
2 months ago, police were there for 3 days in Carenage station for nothing.
For nothing? They just pick you up?
I ain't do nothing. Yeah, I tell you, I ain't do nothing. I hold in my house. I went in town when I come back, the bus by me, the surgery yard. I ain't have a gun. I ain't even have a gun. When I tell them I will go on here and I for them, I fed up, oh, you only come and distress me. Instead of you pay me 9 million, I suffer like a dog, I turn vagrant in Carenage. They didn't want to hear that. All they want is just to distress me. So, I believe, for me, a man who in jail suffering, and he train out there, boy, the most you can do, you gotta pray. Now, the world, with a man out there without a father, it's hard. It's real hard.
For a young boy without a father figure.
That's the problem, he will die. Without a father figure, he's going to die like my son. He don't have no guidance. Look at home, and I bought boy train. Why nothing happen to them? Nah, they for them.
You're fighting with the others.
I'm fighting with the others because at home, if I was home, and I'd never lost the next one. That's like a man who in jail who have children too. I just feel it for a man in jail, you know, to see sit down in jail and his son getting big and his son telling me, you see my daddy in there? I see your daddy. I see your daddy fighting, struggling to come home. But the state don't want to let him go and because
corruption in his police.
Not really corruption. The judge, the lawyers and them don't give a shit about them criminal in jail.
It's about making money.
That is the problem that I spent so long in jail with one lawyer. 8 years I stayed with one legal lawyer. She name is Miss Romiat. Keep me eight years in jail. She taking the government money till I get next law to bring me home. So what going on with the government? This is the problem, how people train laws, and it will always happen. A man in jail, you wake up tomorrow morning, he hear his son dead, he up to one thing. He can't get satisfaction when he come home. Most of them murder men who walk in the road, who the police charge for murder, who I see in jail, riding for Maria for years. That shop they would live in normal. So what they charge them for? They charge them just like me, innocent. But I go through the most in life, and like I still going through, and nothing be done. That's how the game is.
16 years.
16 years.
Can't get it back.
Can't get back nothing. You can't get nothing. They will go get again. Everything you get in this is just nightmare. Nightmare right you. Nightmare right you.
You just have nightmares?
You must have nightmare. And then we get up and they open the door, it's very easy jail.
You still feel like you're in a prison?
Here's the gas paper, it's a shit.
Yeah, gas a paper?
Yes, when you sit down in gas paper and shit.
For 16 years?
16 years.
Innocent?
Innocent. Donkey chewing pale and bad boys. In care. That's what the game is. So it have obstacles. So when everything happen in jail and an officer get damaged out here, people just say, boy, them bad boys killing. No. 5 donkey beat me for nothing.
Do you hate them or you forgive them?
Nah. I hate nobody.
You forgive them donkeys?
I forgive officers. Officers' wife used to bring thing for me when I was in Mount Hope Hospital in a coma. His wife is a natural cook and send food for me.
An officer wife?
So I have no problem with no officer.
You forgive all of them?
All officers can see that. When we see Kent Isaac, he will no talk to truth for me. He always hugging me up and laughing with me and join.
So after you came out of prison, when you see those officers and those donkey, you will hug them and greet them as normal. You don't have people in mind.
If I see one who come on in jail, I will go to the men who like met him and they know better you ride up from long here. And the officer will ask me what you do here in jail. I said, I'm an advantage me in jail for nothing. No.
The advantage you.
Here, better you ride out. So the officer will call him and tell him ride out. We don't want like by the bar, you ride out, you go up home.
Because when you see them officers who to torment you, it does hurt you.
No, that was the problem when I went back home to fishing down in Alcon. Donkeys, the officers used to get frightened.
When they see you?
When they see me, and telling the fishermen and them, boy, donkey vantage bullet time is in jail.
So they know what they did?
Yes.
They used to speak it?
So when the fishermen come back by me and telling me bullet time, yeah, I'm sailors them frightened. I say, oh, them boy, people frightened, but people afraid to come down here because of you. Like, this is the advantage you in jail. And people don't want to fish in them, officers don't want to fish. I said, well, who hit me in jail? Had to be fair. A man who hit me.
It can't be fair because you never do them nothing.
Come fishing, no problem with no officers.
But if you take advantage of me, you will have a fear.
Yes, so when everybody go have a fear. Remember the talking? But
yes.
Time in jail, but in time doing this, but in time doing that. So people go have a fear. After I going to buy doubles, I see an officer who vantage me in jail. He didn't know I was in that car. And the Virgin Lady doubles. And when we jump back in them jump back in the car and it's fun. You see me come out in the car right through. Them jump out the car to buy the doubles. Why they buy the doubles? I call one. He say, well, I say, leave the doubles there. And when you come in the car and that man bring it. When the man find this man in jail, bring the doubles. And the man say, I bring them doubles somebody. And I wind on the glass and see the officer. He shot with the doubles in the hand. He said, but in time I never do nothing. I say, you advantage me in jail.
Just so you tell her that?
Yeah, I said, look, oh, you're coming to buy doubles, boy. And advantage me in jail.
Because really and truly, people of Trinidad and Tobago, we just be hearing and seeing a lot of donkeys being murdered around Trinidad and Tobago. And sometimes we just say, how these criminals kill this donkey. Sometimes we does not know what these donkeys does be doing behind the bars, behind the jail. I'm not giving no reason of their death. But I'm just saying, sometimes we don't know what those donkeys, some donkeys does be doing behind bars. So let me ask you a question. 16 years, you lost your son. You get stabbed, you lost your lungs, you was in a coma. The state not taking you on. What is your next step now in life?
Well, for me, by calling what the teacher say, a literate can think anything, you know. And when a literate think, he can think bad. And that's the hard part about Kent Isaac. You don't know what he's thinking. So a literate can get a blind life. Now because he entitled to go mad. He lost everything. Because when the teacher tell you, judge, he entitled to go mad anytime. A
Have
man who
you?
lost everything, entitled to go mad.
Have you ever feel like you're going mad?
Yeah. That time I gave just one customer myself. So I spent 16 years in jail for nothing. I lost everything. What you want me to do? Like the whole country going now. My name squander.
You have any good job? You have any job right now?
I can't get no job.
16 years convicted for a crime.
Yeah, the kind of conviction I have, they won't give me no job.
Rape, kidnapping, all these things on your name. Even though you win your case, they still tag you with these things, right?
No, the tag me since I come out of jail.
They
Nobody
still-
that jailer.
Yes, a jailer. That alone higher.
No jailer can come out of jail and get a work.
A good work.
He can't get work. You gotta go to something else. Only one thing no is only God alone know. When a jailer come out of jail, people don't watch you like, we don't want you are wrong with.
Because you're criminal.
He's a criminal. You was in jail and you know you're a criminal. So, me and no friend. I live by myself. I live with more myself and my grandchildren. I have more sons. I don't think more my sons are around me because
Are these same police, huh?
at the same police and the life with the police trying to make me live. Yeah, man? I'm a fisherman ID. I'm a boat, fisherman boat. I live by the seaside, fisherman, fish stall to sell my fish. So, it does hurt my heart to see me to go in the sea and I lost everything as a criminal. I've never been a criminal. I'm a criminal.
You lost all these things.
And I've never been a criminal. And I lost all my things. 16 years in jail, I have nothing.
So all they understand what he's saying, right? He lost everything, the boat, everything. He had these things going good for him in Carenage. Police pick him up and he lost everything. So he's back to square one. He's in square one. When you came this evening, you tell me I told you the reason why you could not come and look for me within the 2 years because he didn't have a shoes.
Yeah. I didn't have no shoes, so I didn't really beat it up. I said, I asked God, I said, God, what you come to, boy? What the state really want me to do, boy? Yeah, man? I said, the state looking to get Spanish money in this country, yeah. We sit down in jail two weeks. I sit down in jail 16 years, lost our lungs, 5 donkey beat me. All kind of evil thing I do. They do me in jail. I still going.
And Venice come and spend 2 weeks in prison.
I spent 2 weeks in prison in
the
gas paper.
And they win millions of dollars already.
And I sit in a gas paper for 16 years. I'm going to Maria for 16 years driving. The man could have killed me and flip and kill me. And when I reach in judge in the court and I pop the my hand, Mom, I'm not a criminal. I come down here with this man with one star driving like he's a murder man. I'm not a murder man. She class me as a criminal still. Besides that, he's a criminal. And I'm a fisherman.
And
A
she
fisherman to a criminal. And still I'm a criminal. And I'm a fisherman again. I can't go in the sea now. If officers see me, they go, wouldn't want to go in the sea. So I don't know what life I can live now. The most life I can live now is depend on the state to see what can happen.
For your 16 innocent years.
16 innocent years. Like for me, I'm going further. If I sell me anything to get a best lawyer in the world, I have to do it.
You're one lawyer to represent
Yeah,
you.
man, now, every time I go to them lawyer, everybody frightened. Boy, 16 years in jail, and a statement with this police put on, I can lost my life, everybody frightened. So one to me, they instead of the man who sat down in the jail for 16 years, I lost her lungs, I can't breathe.
Lost a child.
Yeah, man, I lost a child. These are things I try to show the lawyer. I said, brother, man, you have to get up and try too. He said, if I didn't try, if I didn't get up and open a class in jail, I'd never had no education today. Yeah, you telling you? And I never learned nothing today. Till I learned everything in jail. But it's the pain I go through. I want justice for that. That is why I want.
You want justice for your 16 years of being convicted for something you did not do.
Now the policeman who charged me, he get Grammy Award.
He get what?
He get a Grammy Award to reach bigger in kidnapping, whatever it's called. It's a big thing that he reached bigger for frame crime, you know.
Frame crime.
Frame crime.
They give you a medal. They give you a medal.
Make you a medal. This is the same thing I can understand.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that there are other men inside prison that is innocent?
It's a red man in jail innocent.
Innocent men?
Yeah, sit down. In doing that man in jail. It's a man in jail. He name is Carolo. I beg him for he. He in jail more than 18 years. He pled guilty about 10,000 times and the state not taking him guilty. And because he cracks, he crime. Yeah, he cracks, he crime. He's a ghetto youth man, the person he charged with a rich man child. So you don't know. That's to put you in the condemn. The same thing like me. I a pauper, I come from the ghetto. They won't want to give me nothing. But it was a rich man child that I done started already like the Spanish and them already. So He in jail for all our years trying to play guilty. And he will play, if he play guilty, they might give him about 20 something years, 80 something years.
Just for the case done?
No, well, yes, it was no case. It was just summons that way I do them now.
Because he did years already in
all
jail.
All them too long.
Oh.
So they make no sense to go and start a case for them. All who in jail 18 and 19 years, you get them out of jail and let them go.
So these men inside there over 10 years.
And the lawyers playing them games. Games.
They're just packing up prisoners inside it.
Packing prisoners.
With no court case, just beating them around the bush.
Yes. Going down here. And that is the problem the state is understanding. When a man mother give them food in court, you're entitled to get food from a family to eat in the court. When a man mother gave food and he come up with a little box of food and the officer say, no, your food can't go in. He mother stay whole night, to cook that food for shit. He take that and throw that in the dustbin.
The donkey and them.
The donkey that throw that in the dustbin. I just stopped that in jail. It wasn't going on again. Me and the chief of them stopped that. Chief asked me why. I said you can lose your life out for that. A man mother just get up and work hard. When my sister just go and do she had to do all to get that little money to cook that food for she better to eat comfortable. For that same one day, you might to eat good to that day when he reach up.
Just so one day to eat something.
Family love him. This is the problem. So when he family gave him something and he reach up here and he throw that in the dustbin, he's a criminal.
Donkey show with the food the mother
he's a criminal. He's going to be a criminal. Now they're making him a criminal. This is what you want.
So things are doing you also in prison.
It make you a criminal.
It make you a criminal.
It make you, an officer go come out with a bucket and throw a whole bucket of pee on a man and he mate. And because he on the toilet using a pail, that I'm just...
Throw shit and thing on you just like that.
I can call names.
Don't do it.
I can call names and they don't see them no way. But when they do see them, people say, boy, this man asked you about bullying time. I say, he throw a pail on an inmate. How them can walk the road? How people train, donkey can be beaten people train, officers can be beaten people train, and walk the road, and then when they get gunned down here, the government go and say, they killing donkey, officers doing something, them bad boys shooting them because they in trafficking. No, it's not about trafficking.
It's what they're doing inside the beating you in jail.
When I say tell them that, oh, you're beating people train in jail, dog. When you walk the road, I will get gunned down. They tell them, oh, you're beating people train. Enough, it's enough. It's time to be enough, dog.
Enough is enough.
And when I call the lawyer, hear the lawyer come in and say, boy, the chief tell me it was a riot. What riot?
Remember the lawyer making money to a boy?
Nobody lawyer don't care. Remember, a lawyer is a legally can keep you 10 years.
Legally, all right.
The legally making money on your head. She don't care about you. And especially with that
the government had to pay she.
The government had to pay she. That went on with me by a little bit. So it take me 10 years.
To learn.
To get to understand this woman not helping me. She keeping me in jail to make this money.
10 years.
This mind a little bit until I fire she. I'm on I get up and I tell she my mind. I say, Miss Mumia, today is not a lawyer. Yeah, she want Mr. Isaac. I said, here, 10 years, you fighting my case and you never do nothing. You just come into court here and just telling me, when I catch myself with 6 months I get it and I ain't charging murder. Yeah, she Mr. Isaac, that will do it good. And I going back up in jail and running for a whole 6 months. In 6 months is a year. When I catch myself, it's a year again in 6 months. So how you expect the backlog from the government to happen? It's too much backlog. The time 6 months too long.
6 months too long to sit down and wait for a hearing.
Especially a murder man to sit down in jail to wait for the judge to come from south. And then the judge had to come from south to set a murder case down here. Or a case down here. I had to wait on the lawyer to come from south to start my case. And that is wrong. If this lawyer take 2 years in south, I just long 2 years in jail in jail. Like
and wait.
He's doing my easy fourth court lawyer. He's not moving. Nobody can come and start no matter. The next lawyer will come and say, Mr. Isaac, I can't start no matter today. Mr. Sinclair Douglas is not here. He's the main lawyer for here, judge for here, and I'll go and come back. I never did know.
Wait, hold on a minute. Now, people, he's giving his story about his story, right? Now, remember, these prisoners that is inside the prison is also benefiting from taxpayers' money. Now, I want you to listen. Taxpayers' money is feeding these prisoners. Yeah. Taxpayers' money is having light on the head and bulk for them to lay down on. Taxpayers' money is what runs the prison. Now, imagine a man get charged for murder. And he waiting 16 years, taking your taxpayers' money to feed him or give him a bucket to pee in. However it goes, right? 16 years you're in prison while taxpayers' money being spent on you. Right? Now, this goes both ways, eh? It goes for he and it goes for you as a person that is working hard and your money is coming out your pocket to go and help them prisoners. Why have these prisoners in jail 16 years before they get not guilty verdict? Why have prisoners 20 years before they can get a hearing? Why the system in this country have to be so corrupt? Why is it that this fella, this boy sitting on here, this man sitting on here right now, wait 16 years to get a non-guilty, right? Non-guilty verdict. 16 years before the court could realize he illiterate, he can't read and write. 16 years before a tonky could come and tell a magistrate. 3 people write this. A teacher, a tonky who's a teacher in the prison, could say this letter was written by 3 different people. Why did it take 16 years? 16 years he lost a child. 16 years. His children grow big without him. He couldn't help his children. 16 years he came out of prison and lost everything. He was lost in the world. Not even a pants for his bottom when he came out. And up to this day, police are still pick him up and lock him up for no reason. You hear what he said? He said he still feel like a criminal. Because that would label him as a criminal. Nobody wouldn't hire him. Nobody wants him around them. Because he's a criminal. Because he spent 16 years as a criminal. You know what it is to get charged for kidnapping? Rape! A rape, you know. This man have daughters and son, and you put in rape on an innocent man for 16 years. 16 years. Where is the justice in this country? And I want these young boys. Education is the key. Because if he could have read and write, they could have never hit him this case. If he could have only read and write, they would have never hit him this case. I want to watch my face. Watch my face. That is my brother. That is my brother. My mother and father is my big brother. We mother died when I was 14, when he was 16, 17. And that is why these things happen to us. We didn't have no aunt, no uncle, no father, no mother, nobody to guide us. Right? And we drop out of schools. The small ones drop out of schools, which is both of us. Drop out of school because we had nobody to send us back to school. So we did not get the education that we deserve. That didn't give nobody the rights to have a man for 16 years in prison for kidnapping and rape. And when the man get locked up, no kidnapper, no rape, nobody, no police, nobody. 16 years in this country. While Venice come here last year. And so the state $20 or $30 million when a man spent 16 years in jail and 4 years still, and lawyers afraid to take a case. Lawyers afraid to take a case. Ian Allen, I beg of you, Alexander, we have you thing, but I'm asking you, please get to the bottom of this. 16 years, the boy always coming here crying and talking about this constantly. I tired him, my brother, cry about this. 16 years taken from him. He can't buy a shoes. He can't get a job. Nobody wants them wrong him. Nobody wants them wrong. He wrong them. Because they tell us that he's a criminal. The boy was found not guilty. He did not do nothing like that. He was found not guilty by nine juries. 9 juries not guilty. Why did he have to go through this? Why do this man, this African, what the lawyer called it, little what?
When the case that time, when the prosecutor showing something, and the lawyer turned around and say, you know, is the problem with this whole man here? I will tell Isaac, and I will tell him to understand what I try to tell him. Little black boy, go to school and learn.
A lawyer told him in court the reason why he here. Little black boy go to school and learn. It was true. Yeah, he admitted. Because if he had the education, if he could have read and write, he'll have never spent 16 innocent years behind bars. Trinidad and Tobago, it have men in prison sitting down innocent. Suffering. Donkeys beating them, stabbing them, raping them. And you know what? When donkeys die on the streets, in the public road, we crying, we moaning, we think, oh God, them boys wicked. What are we doing? They say you're not guilty until proven guilty. He was not proven guilty. He was proven innocent. Who is going to give him 16 years back? How is going to get paid for 16 years back? When all the lawyers running from him, they don't want to take your case. They're afraid. They're afraid. Oh, 16 years. We can't fight that case for you 16 years. How they going to pay you? I share the article. It's right on the page. He make papers already. 16 years he have to sue the state. If any lawyer want to get this man case, contact me, 3439950. If any lawyer outside they want to represent Kent Isaac, 16 years wrongfully arrested for kidnapping and rape, please contact me. This is a sad story. What advice would you give them young boys outside here now?
Father, they be there. I see it. That's why I be on my train close. The mind don't want to be there, but I have no choice. Even if I'm on the train, they're there. They will die. Father not there. That's why I lost my son. See, now, a father figure is it's important. I grew up with no father. My father was in England for years. I grew up hustling in the labas, doing things I didn't want to do as a youth man to reach big man. And I know without a father how it does feel. You have a son, you have to love your son. Love him like you never loved him before. You're in jail, every day you kneel down and pray to your son. Tell God to guide him and protect him. Don't mind you're in jail and he's castrated still, but that's nothing. One day, you will come out and meet him like if the whole country going, the country is not going good. And you see them fathers inside jail, you just have to do something to come and watch the children. Or they go lost the children. I lost one. And because it did no father figure. Father figure I have part to play in this life. Not the crime, it's the father figure. And the government have to do something with them criminals who sit down in jail innocent, just waiting for no reason. The state of our backlog. The backlog was outside since 2002. We're in 2023. Too much backlog. It has been in jail since 2002. Still sit down. Who I went in jail and meet in 2002 and dismissed in 2006 and I come back and meet them Friday. I come and meet men who in jail. Whose son big man and grandchildren big men and I ask, boy, you see my son? I said, I saw you going back, you win the case and gone country and I never win my case.
You know what I'm crying about? I'm going to tell you what I'm crying about. Here what I'm crying about. You see Leroy? You see Leroy, Pat, Natty, Tony, Crystal, Shaka. You see Leroy? Leroy did be unjust. You see when mommy dead? My brother ended up in jail. There's my blood brother. He ended up in jail. And I end up on the streets of Maury Street making fears. I did end up in jail, but I end up making fears to survive. And my brother ended up in prison because he couldn't read and write, just like me. You see, life? I hear my brother's story for 4 years. He keep on coming by me and telling me his story, and I will cry, I will cry, I will cry. And my brother come today, he say, I want to talk to Ian Allen. I want to talk to Ian Allen. I said, boy, Ian Allen might listen to you. I said, let me do the story and share it and see if Ian Allen going to talk about it or Alexander or somebody. I said, you had nothing to hide. Talk your story. But listening to my brother's story, bring me back to where I was on Maury Street when I was a suck man penis, lay on my back to get money to eat and drink because I didn't have no mother and no father. My father sat down in England and watching down on my brother in jail. You know. My brother never got visiting bag. And look at him right here. But boy, you ever got visiting bag, boy?
Yeah, from jailers.
Jailers, you hear that? We come and look for him. Right? Watch me. Daddy, Leroy Isaac. You could have saved boy. You could have sent a little 10 pound from England because we know you're comfortable. You could have saved boy life. You could have get good lawyers to help him. Where you coming from? Yeah, coming from. You could have saved me. Look here in England, boy out of prison 4 years. You never sent for boy. Boy have no records. Boy clean. Police will be locking him up every month for no reason because the kind of information he know, the kind of things he know, police will be locking him up. You could have sent for boy in England. Everybody has just sent it for you. Never sent for me and never sent for boy. Your 2 last children or your married wife. You never sent for me. You never give me a barrel. Not even a 20 pound you never give me. But no, God is a good God. I like what my brother said today. My brother said because father figures is important to children. Look him right here. He said father figures is important to boys' children and girls' children. Because if you have father figures, you will have a guidance. But without a father figure, you're lost in this world. So mothers, know the people you're making children for. Make sure that man is a father in your children's life. Is a father in your children's life. Do you really believe, Kent, you will get justice? Be honest. Do you believe you will ever get justice? Yeah. Be truthful. You feel you will get justice?
Yeah.
You feel so?
I'll get justice. I know to get justice.
You feel you will get it?
Yeah. Long as pray.
Pray.
I pray real strong we'll get justice. Justice must happen. Now, you have to be blind to see. How a man can sit down in jail 16 years? Lost everything, no conviction, no pending matter. It's 44 years of age. Next year I'll be 45. I have no conviction, no pending matter. Nobody can see me running on the road, a gun shooting John or robbing or nothing. All a man will see is he's a hustler and he's always fishing him. So, it's about balance of a scale. Yeah, man? It's up to the law. The law has to say, well, you see, that little black boy, he's nothing. He probably have on TV, he won't think he's nothing. Yeah, man, they call him with the law and say, little black boy, go to school and learn. That's where they learn. He's saying, go to school and learn alone. He's showing you because you're from the ghetto. Nothing will be done.
If it was a little white boy from Westmoreland.
Right. It's like how the 4 police, they charge and they come out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Them
get better fed more than me. Me get justice. That's the problem. When people supposed to see justice, that is not justice. I never get justice.
Yes, they could call me if it concerning the case and it could help him. 343-9950. 343-9950. And I want somebody to share or tag Leroy Isaac. I think it's time Leroy Isaac try to get Kent Isaac in England to help himself. Because I'm going to tell you something. Police will always target boy. Boy, I'm being honest. You will always be a target. You will always be a target. Today or tomorrow, we can hear anything about you. And I like what you say. You will always be in your children's life, but you don't want them to close to you, so they wouldn't be a target either.
Yeah, 2 months back, I was back filling my meal and doing a piece of work to the fish market. Police pull up and like they ask me. And I reach out and say, well, the police want to see me. He said, no, I come with some people, but them didn't know. So I said, Francis, maybe go down the road by the station and see what kind of evil thing they want to do to me down there. I said, when we go in the station, you will stay at the side by the post office.
You actually went down?
Yeah. We go on the park up, I jump out across the road and walk. When I reach, he say, boy, you want to see a boy? Your name on the call, I said, my name calling him what? I didn't go nowhere. I have no clothes to go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. I stay in my garden and walk and do everything. What you call my name for? What you want? But hold on. They tell me sit down on that chair. I sit down on the chair. Boom, one pull out a gun. You rest on top of the table.
Don't touch no gun, eh?
I don't know that already. I know the gun empty. Me no shopping man. Sure, them walk outside. They start to talk. But like one telling them, boy, we can't do nothing. Boy, he's a good youth man. Boy, he's a hard working man. He bring down to do that to do torture.
Because the senior in Carenage working hard.
Yeah, that's it. So the boy, like I hear the two officers calling among themselves. I watching this gun now and I say my mind.
Don't want you touch it.
What is man put this gun here for? So I brought officer. I said people out here waiting for me, you know. It didn't make them to know I ain't come down by myself.
Yeah, don't go by yourself.
So they don't know already. But the bullet time done up and all already. Or you on some evil thing with
Don't ever touch no gun to bring by you.
No, but I inside by me smoking and weed and listening to some music. I feel like somebody over my shoulder. When I watching that big police, I say the boss, I palm the weed, I say the boss, I ain't jumping in for no weed or weed legal. I want to know where they come back home to do. Where doing?
Well, what you gonna do? 16 years?
I said I build a fish market. I want to do my own thing. Like 16 years I sit down in jail. and nothing else to do again, and I have a little education, so I put an education to do. And I know these people calling them, I know what's going on, but it's a target to me now. My life is a criminal. That is the whole class today.
So how you doing as a criminal?
Yes. So the most I can do is stay home, mind animal, see what my plant and them.
You tell me you have some yard for you want to sell and some plant. Tell people what you have on sale right now.
No, I have some plants.
I know you love plant. I know
I get rid of my plants.
you inherit that from mommy. Yes. Mommy they love plant. You get to love the plants too.
I say, well, see the more I go and see my son with the berry, like me know with the berry.
I could carry him to
Napuna. I
carry
some plant for him to put some plant there.
You want to put some plant wrong?
Yes,
wrong.
So sell out some, put some there, get rid of the phone.
No, I know some people might get mixed up here. His name is Kent Isaac. His son name is Leroy Isaac. But his father name is Leroy Isaac. Our father name is Leroy Isaac. He named his son after his father. He named his daughter after his mother. Veronica Isaac, Leroy Isaac. So if you hear me say, Leroy Isaac, it's time to help your son, it's because I'm talking about our father. But his son is also Leroy Isaac, who is dead, who was murdered. You could go and Google it. He was murdered in Laventy, behind Success Laventy, about 3-4 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, right? So you could Google it and you will see that. But he's saying that he has some plants he want to go and put around his son's grave. But he also have some plants on sale and he has some yard fowl on sale. He tried to make an honest dollar for those who want to see him. You have a phone number, boy?
Not really.
But you have to get a phone, because if a lawyer want to get one to you, you have to get one to you. So I will give them my number and I can always get on to somebody down there, 343-9950. He have no phone. But if you know a lawyer that is willing to hear his story, 9 million for not 9 million for pain and suffering is 100 million. He mightn't even get 1 million. I'm being real.
No, the money not everything, you know.
It's justice.
Some people say, you know, some people feel like, boy, but in time studying the money, I didn't study that money. If the money comes to do with me, but it's justice. How 5 tongues can beat me just so? How am I can be eating a diet and 5 start up in jail? They put me there to protect and serve me, you know. I lost a lungs, 3 stab, one in my heart, one in my face, one in my lungs. In the back of my man started to die, speak wrong. So it have no justice. It have no money for me. It have nothing like that. It's just, I want to see things can happen to the men who we have in jail suffering and to things who remain innocent. Lock up.
You want justice for the innocent people in jail also.
And who come out and the state never give them nothing. You know, that men suffer like dog in jail. You know, piece of toilet paper, you have to use a piece of blue soap. I be with no soap in jail. Anybody will tell her that I go through real hard times in jail. So nobody can tell me that. People can tell her today, can sit down and say, that man not lying. But in times get the most embarrassment in jail, the most hard time I go through in jail. I used to use one toilet paper for 4 months. A blue soap for 5 months. Sometimes I had none. That's real. Sometimes I had none and I rub my hand on the wall to get soap to bathe with. So nobody doesn't know. So when a man walk the road and some people see a man walking the road, they just feel like this man normal. That people walking with real stress in this world here. They don't want to say because they don't get justice. Call them a man say, I spent 16 years in jail. Spanish them come here 2 months. I shit in the gas paper 2 months. So I shit in jail 6 months, 16 years I shit in jail in the gas paper. You have to fold up the gas paper, you know. Wrap it up and throw it down the corridor, you know. And after this day, nothing be done to me.
If everybody that see this live video want justice for Kent Isaac, I beg of you with all my strength to please share. And when you share it, say justice for Kent Isaac. Let this story reach who it's supposed to reach in the areas and in the rooms that it's supposed to be heard. I beg of everybody on this live, please, this story is something that your sons will learn, your daughters will learn from. It teaching all it even women, you will learn to have father in your children's life, to get your children to get the education they need so they can read and write properly, so nobody can give them a letter and say you write this and you will say yes. Because when you don't have the education now, you don't have much abilities and much sense to know how to dance wrong the words and the letters. People, please, if you really want justice for all the innocent people who sitting down in jail wrongfully, Please share the video and say justice for Kent Isaac. The donkeys and them inside the prison, I beg of you, please do not bully nobody, children inside of the only guilty until proven guilty. If you want to do that, please watch what you're doing, who you're doing it to. Because when you leave inside the prison yard and you go out on the public road, sometimes you meet up to the same people and them that you take advantage of. Not everybody want to do all the things, but some people will. Please be careful and know what you're doing. People, please tag Ian Allen. Ian Allen, I beg of you. I beg of you. I never asked you for anything before. I beg of you, Ian Allen. Please get my brother on your program. Get justice for him. Alexander, we had words in the earlies. Alexander, I beg of you. This is my brother, Kent Isaac. He was proven not guilty. Not guilty by 9 juries. Not after 16 years, sitting down behind closed door, beaten, stabbed, was in a coma, lost her lungs, lost her eyesight, lost teeth. He was tortured to the fullest. He lost her son while he was in prison because of the Muslim and Rasta City war, and he tried to come out and teach his son to get out of the zone. He didn't see grandchildren born. It's a lot happened to him. I beg of you all, please share the live, share it, ask for justice for Kent Isaac. If you have a lawyer friend or family member who is willing to take the case, please get on to me, 343, and I will get on to my brother and give him the phone number or the address to where to go get the help. Anybody have anything to say to him, could come and say it now. You have anything again to say, boy?
God be with everybody.
God be with everybody.
Yes. Like the world is always coming. Remember you say the places, Kisha?
How you find the places right now?
Father's girl. I wish I could jump on that plane and never come back here. Need to get fathers. Too much children on without the father in jail. Plenty. One man leave 4 children, 5 children, 6 children. My gangsters that is there already. They come out to my person in jail. My innocent blood. Until I see everybody who charge a murder at the same time with me. Who was shop and I ask them, am I with my murder? And they must know criminal, so how you get charged for murder? So, every time it was kidnapping first. I get charged on that kidnapping gang, you know. So that's why they treat me like that. I was a high-risk prisoner in jail, you know.
The treat you as a high-risk prisoner?
I was a high-risk prisoner in jail.
For kidnapping?
They say I was one of them, I don't know what to say now. When they sent me to a place where I was going mad. It's only cricket and cat. That was all. Cricket and cat.
What do you mean cricket? The thing that make noise outside?
They would have sent me in MSP in cricket and cat. When I asked the commissioner, I said, well, you sent me in S, in the last part, of that S, I said A, B, C, D, so you go. A man say, but they sent me to go mad.
Did you went mad? Did you ever went mad?
No, I had to be with that. I lived with cat and cricket for years in jail. That's why I get custom. I got custom of that. All of we was high-risk prisoners. The most of us we was in MSP about, in S, is about 40 a week. We was 24 days, every time we get bust down. I used to ask, what going on? Is that gone up here? He used to say, oh, it's high-risk prisoners, bullying time. Busting down on irregular. And I was...
You was under isolation.
I was no criminal. And the criminal them, we don't know what. I was no criminal, but I had cheated me as a high-risk prisoner.
16 years.
So when they go with me, they change me from my foot to my waist, to my hand, to my everything. And I asked them, I said, but the boss, why are you doing that to me? You're a criminal. You're a high-risk prisoner, but in that. Yeah, man, you leave from town to group and come and speed. Under what? I don't know. I know I come a criminal and a high-risk prisoner and I ask the state. So
and do you believe people still watch you as a criminal?
Yeah.
They still judge you and say, the way they move it, like you're a big criminal.
No, well, I'm in jail, a criminal, long as you reach in jail. And you come out, you're a criminal. You can be innocent, you're still a criminal. You can charge for rape and they never rape the girl, and he's a rapist. In them eyesight, the whole that is classic. It's not about ways. Long as you reach in jail, you're a criminal.
Alright.
You're a criminal until they prove you guilty. Why didn't get treated so? I was a criminal since you reached in jail. That was the problem. They never treat me fair. It wasn't from a school.
Who was the magistrate that make you won the case? Do you remember she name?
No, I don't know she name.
But she and the 9 jury found you not guilty.
9 juries. That to bring back my life story from since I was 9 years. To bring me home. The kidnapping wasn't, the case them was minor. The case, they couldn't bring up the case one time. You had to bring up how I grew up first.
How we didn't get the education.
The teacher tell them that, you see, the case is not about Isaac, you know. Isaac case based on plenty people who literate in this world here. Something we're going to learn here now, and something we're going to never learn in history. This man can't read and write. You understand? From when he was small.
Yes.
Grew up with no father.
Yep.
Grew up with no education. That's why we had to send him back to watch Sesame Street.
Back to that time.
In jail. You had to go and watch Sesame Street every morning till you reach back in this class. So you know who is Elmo, who is Teddy, who is who is who. What it was good for me to still to know. I can pronounce name, C, middle ABC, and because of the officer never give them wrong. I thank the officers for what they give me.
You give God thanks and praise for that.
Yeah. And I thank the officer's wife.
Education,
who take care of me in jail.
You thank God for she.
And the inmate wife, see about my mom too while I was in the coma. Bed man take care of me. I thank God for she. I thank God for the officer who wife used to bring things for me. I still thank God for that.
People tag Ian Allen and beg Ian Allen, ask him if he's willing to take this case. The story of my brother is shared on my page where he's trying to sue the state. And if you believe he needs justice, please put Kent Isaac deserve justice or need justice. Please, everyone. Please, everyone, please. I don't want to put pressure on no one, but you all hear the story. The story is a sad story, and it is the truth. My brother and I, we grew up real hard. We didn't have no mother at an early age. I ended up a prostitute, and he ended up in prison because both of us couldn't read and write, and we didn't have no father figure. To Leroy Isaac, if you're still here, if you ever get to see the story, please, I beg of you, you don't have to help me. Try to take Boy over. Try to get him out of Trinidad because you don't want nothing bad to happen to him. He done go through enough already. 16 years of separation. Try to help him, please. Please, if anybody wants yard for one plant, contact me and I will link with all the wish, but you could get it. To everybody that shared the story, thank you very much. His name is Kent Isaac, a.k.a. Bullen Time, a.k.a. Boy. We was born and raised in Upper Erica Street, Rock City. Then we spent time in Silot, we spent time in John. Then we went in Carenage. Right? So people, I ask of you, please, yes, please you all, help him get justice. Not because he from the ghetto and he couldn't read and write. Don't do that. Don't do it. If it was a child from Westmoreland, it would have been different. Justice for Kent Isaac, everyone. Justice for Kent Isaac. Justice for Kent Isaac. Tell everybody thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.